Welcome to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. Well, today, my friends, I'm going to be telling you about or talking about how I make more money from my side hustles than I do from Social Security. So I thought what I would do, and the way I want to approach this, is in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through some simple strategies that I use to create multiple revenue streams. And these are streams that bring in more money than I receive every single month from Social Security. And it could be you're looking to supplement your income. Maybe you're watching this because you know what? You want to make that money. You want to make more money. You want to supplement your Social Security, or you want to replace it entirely. Well, I have some steps, a strategy that I've used I want to share with you, because my goal for you is when you're done watching this video, what I want you to be able to do is make that money, make more money than you're getting every single month from Social Security, because we all know it is never enough. Now, some of you out there, yeah, you've got some savings, you have some investments, and you know what? It doesn't hurt to learn how to make more. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that I divide this video into three parts. Number one, we're going to talk about mindset, which I think is very important. You got to have the mindset, because some of you out there may not be thinking you can do it. Others may be thinking, yeah, you know what, I can do it, but then you never want to take the steps. So we're going to talk about mindset first. Then I'm going to talk about the plan, the steps that I took, the plan I took, the introspection that I took, looking at myself and saying, what can I do? But we're going to talk about that, the plan. Then we're going to talk specifically on how I make more money from my side hustles, and that's plural, than I do from Social Security. So number one, let's just dive into this. I don't want to waste a whole lot of your time. Let's talk about mindset. The first thing that I know was true for me, and that's what we're talking about, how I did this, is I knew that I don't want to let anyone dictate my life. I don't want anybody to dictate my finances, and I don't want anyone to limit the amount of money that I can make. And maybe you feel the same way. Maybe you're near retirement, or you're in retirement and you're thinking, you know what, I've got somebody else telling me what to do. My income is limited, and you don't want that. So I don't want that either. So I did not, going into this, I did not want to limit my ability to make money, and that's what I started with. I don't want to be working for some young person with no brains, no skills, no talent. They're telling me how high to jump. I've done jobs, part-time gigs. I've worked at a Target a couple different times to make some side income, and I did that because, you know what, I figured, okay, I'll make a little bit of money here so I can make a lot more money down the road. So I did whatever I had to do. I had that mindset. No one's telling me what to do, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. That's number one. Number two, quit feeling sorry for yourself. A lot of folks out there are writing me, and I know you feel sorry for yourself, and I don't blame you in many cases. Things didn't go your way, but they never do. Life doesn't always turn out the way we want. Another thing that's important, understand that you're going to have to take a long-term view. Now, I started out 5 years ago with my first side hustle. But I knew that if I did this, eventually I may be at a point, hopefully be at a point where I don't have to worry anymore. I've got money coming in every single day, every single week, every single month. So sometimes you got to take that long-term view if you want to be successful. Now, maybe you don't have to take it because you hit the lottery, but if you're watching this video, my guess is you didn't hit the lottery. So take that long-term view, accept it, embrace it. It's the only way to go. And there's lots of other reasons I could talk about down the road, and I will, why that long-term view is so important. Also, whenever you're going to do something, think about the growth potential, because if you're going to do something that has no growth potential, it's not fun, why am I doing it? You're not going to be motivated most of the time anyway. You make a little bit of money, it's not growing, you don't see anything, any prospects for it to grow, so you dump it. Growth potential, building value. I always look at something, when I'm doing something, I wanted to build value, whether it's my YouTube channel. I wanted to have value. It's generating X amount of dollars every month. It's got value. I want something that's got value. Maybe I could sell it down the road, one of my side hustles, one of my businesses. Another thing, this is number 6. Don't depend on anyone else. That was a mindset that I had, because I don't want to be rescued. I don't want to be sitting there thinking, well, if this doesn't work out, someone's going to rescue me. No, don't depend on anyone else. I've had business partners. For the most part, it doesn't work out. Whether they're risk averse Or maybe they're just not very intelligent, very smart. They're not creative. They don't know what they're doing. I've had a few partners, and they always depended on me to create everything, to do everything. And they could just watch and skate by. Well, you know what? That doesn't work out. I've learned, don't depend on anybody else. Depend on yourself. So those are the things that are important in the mindset. Positivity, knowing you're not going to be rescued, knowing you're the person that's got to make it work, knowing that you can do it. Those are important parts of that mindset, being positive. So now let me talk about the plan. Let's talk about the plan that I used. And what I did 5.5 years ago, almost 6 years actually, I just sat down and I said, okay, I've got so much money. I know I'm going to be getting Social Security. I know I'm going to be retired or semi-retired. Actually, I never retired. But I just knew I needed to come up with a plan if I wanted to one day not worry about an investment, not worry about savings, not worry about it dwindling down, not worry about Social Security paying me. I've got to worry about the COLA, 2.5% we just got. Come on. So I came up with a plan. I analyzed my skills, and I thought long and hard, where do I fit? What's a good fit for me? What would make me happy? What could I have fun doing? How could I leverage the skills that I have? Because if you can leverage the skills you have to make more money, you cut that long-term view, you cut it down. You shorten it. How can you leverage your skills? What new skills would I have to learn? Because I knew I was going to have to learn new skills, but I enjoy doing that. So that's fun for me. I've learned lots of new software since I started out 5.5 years ago doing what I'm doing. Learned new software, read lots and lots of books. I'm a voracious reader anyway. But yeah, I knew I was going to have to learn new skills. And I also knew I had to make some money while I was doing it. I just mentioned I had a couple turns at working at a Target, but I've done some other stuff on the side. You know what? You do what you got to do, and who cares? Just work a mindless job so you don't have to think, so you can spend all your time really focusing on building that side business. So before I did anything, I had the plan. I did a plan. I did the research. I looked at the options. I decided what path I wanted to take. I quickly realized it was going to mean I was going to have to learn some new skills, which I did. But eventually, what I focused in on, what I zeroed in on, was what I knew I really wanted to do. What I knew had some growth potential. What I knew was going to take a little bit of time, but eventually could make me a lot of money if that's what I wanted, which, yeah, why not? If I'm doing something I'm going to have fun at, I'm going to make money, why not do it? And I determined for me, social media was the best path. And starting a YouTube channel was really the easiest way to do it. And right now, I don't have a huge YouTube channel. I got over 48,000 subscribers this year. My goal is over 100,000 subscribers, which I can do. If I want to do it, I can do it. Not just being positive. I'm not just being positive. I see what the growth is. I see how to do it. But building that YouTube channel, coming up with a plan, deciding where I fit best, and then focusing in, laser focused on social media and seeing where it would go from there. Because I've learned along the way, and I've started multiple businesses. I ran a chain of business-to-business magazines, a weekly newspaper, a couple national trade show companies. I had a radio program. I could go on and on. I've had lots of businesses. Some worked, some didn't. But what I did do is I always knew that things are going to go off into different directions. So let them go. Let them go in different directions and follow them, because sometimes that road you're following is going to take you to where you really should be at. And I accepted that. So now let me just talk about how I make my money from my side, how my side hustles, make more money than from Social Security. So I had the mindset, came up with a plan, and I just said, you know what? I'm going to start with a YouTube channel, started Over 50 TV. Eventually, I started a second channel called Side Hustle Rules, but that's my second channel, which is basically a channel where I talk about starting a business. But I determined social media was best for me. I determined that YouTube was where I wanted to be. And I worked hard at working on YouTube. And I put in some hours, and I'm going to talk more about that in a second. But I worked on YouTube, put out videos, learned along the way, made a lot of mistakes when it came to buying the wrong software, doing things that wrong equipment, things that I wanted to learn, but I never spent a lot of money doing it. I used my iPhone for a long, long time. I just used a mic on the iPhone before I bought this mic and some other equipment that I now have. But I started with YouTube. And right now with YouTube alone pays me more than I make through Social Security. More than I make. And I make just a little bit above average, the average of Social Security. I didn't retire early, but I was able to monetize my YouTube channel, which means that YouTube pays me every time when they run ads on my channel. I make money when they run ads on my videos. So I make money through YouTube. And now YouTube has opened up a lot of doors for me. I've got advertisers who contact me on a weekly basis. I get companies like a Walmart or Mint Mobile or University of Phoenix, Pfizer, SelectQuote, companies that contact me because they want to spend money with my channel. And we're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. And I'm going to run a SelectQuote video that I produce just so you can get an idea of the kinds of commercials, the kinds of things that I've done on my YouTube channel. So here's the SelectQuote commercial. Navigating Medicare Advantage plans can feel like solving a complex puzzle. With so many plans and confusing details, it's overwhelming and stressful. I've been there, endlessly comparing options, not sure which way to turn. When I tried to figure out the best Medicare Advantage plan, I was swamped with choices and jargon. Each plan seemed to have its own set of rules and plan benefits, making it nearly impossible to decide which was right for me. Then I discovered the Medicare Helpline. They simplified everything. Their licensed sales agents walked me through each option, explaining what I needed to know in simple terms. They helped me compare plans based on my specific needs. If you're feeling overwhelmed by Medicare Advantage plan choices, call the Medicare Helpline. They'll provide a free, no-obligation Medicare Advantage plan review to help you find the plan that's right for you. They made the process so much easier. If you recently moved, retiring, or losing coverage, you may qualify for special enrollment. Give them a call and take the stress out of your healthcare journey. Now, my other sources of revenue, besides a SelectQuote, and that was the ad agency actually I worked with through SelectQuote, but some other sources of revenue I get are through consulting, through selling digital products. I have what I call the Side Hustle Starter Kit, the video edition. And on that, I walk people through how to start a business, how to start launching the business from the basics. And I sell that. I sell that on a platform. So there's a link in the description box if you want to check that out. I also have my Over 50 TV Plus Patreon page. So I earn some revenue from that. I also earn affiliate income, although right now with affiliate income, and affiliate income is when a company contacts me and they say, hey, Lou, here's a link to my product. If one of your viewers click on the link, if they click on the link, then we'll pay you every time they make a purchase. So it's like it's a commission, basically. I don't do a lot of affiliate anymore. I'm turned down everyone that contacts me. I've been turning them down probably for the last year or so. I'd rather just make my own money through digital products or through advertising or through sponsorships, things like that. Affiliate income, to me, it's like, hey, I built this channel up. I've got a lot of views. You don't have the views, and you want me to allow you to sell your products to my clients and to my viewers, and I just rather not do it. It's a free ride for them, and I'm not giving anybody a free ride, so I don't do that. But when I add up all of my income from these side hustles, I earn more. And I don't want to give you a number. I'm not Kim Kardashian. I'm not going to reveal it all. But I will say that I can earn double, triple what I make through Social Security just on this social media platform. And I usually spend 20 to 30 hours a week working my side hustle. Sometimes I don't spend any time working them. There are times, and I'm going to say this, I do spend more time than 20 or 30 hours, but there are many times that I don't do anything for weeks. Sometimes I'll go 2 or 3 weeks. Sometimes I've actually gone 4 weeks without lifting a finger. But because I built this up, because I took that long-term view, because I said, you know what, I'm going to do something that will eventually make me money. and it will just keep building and building. Well, you know what? I took that long-term view. So I can take off 2 weeks. I can take off 3 weeks. I can take off 4 weeks. Now, it does impact me when I take off that much time because I do see my revenue decline somewhat. Sometimes it does decline. Sometimes the revenue, one time I didn't work for a while and I saw the revenue actually increase substantially. I don't know what that's about, and I don't even want to guess. But the point of being is starting these side hustles, one, then growing to another. You just don't know where you're going to go, how it's going to grow. But if you take that long-term view, it could pay off and could pay off in a big way. To me, it's always been, at least since I got into social media, so I don't want to say it's always been, it's about value creation. It was always, the last 5 years, 5.5, 6 years almost, it's been value creation was more important to me than building an empire. I used to want to build those empires, and actually I still would like to build, and now so many opportunities are coming my way with YouTube and now with some of the digital products and some of the membership platforms that I'm building. That Patreon page as a potential gold mine. But yeah, you know what? I wanted to build value, and I have, and now the opportunities are there. And I believe the opportunities can be there for you too if you're someone who really believes in yourself, who takes that long-term view, who has a positive attitude, someone who doesn't feel sorry for themselves. You can do it if you want to, if you desire to, if it's just something that you know you got to do because you don't want to work for anybody else and you're tired of being poor. You're tired of not having enough money coming in. If you're tired, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, consider this outline I've given you. Watch this video. Maybe watch it a couple different times and see how you can build your business. But it can be done. That's all I've got for you today. If you are inclined to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. If you are someone who wants to learn more, well, you know what? When you subscribe, you can also get my free newsletter. It's just an email I send out when there's something that's important, when news I think would help you. There's some ideas. I'll share those with you. But yeah, check it out. There's a link in the description box of this video. It's all I got for you. That is all I have for you today. It's probably more than you thought you were going to get. But my goal with this was to tell you how it can be done, to let you know that you can do it. And if you follow my channel, you will learn how you can make more money through your side hustles than you can through Social Security. Well, that's all I have for you. As I said, I want to say have a great day, as I always say. And send me an email. Make a comment in the comment section. That's all I got. Take it easy, everybody.